It's your boy Fat Man. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so shouts to Playback, and this is the Not Holding Back series where I'm gonna react to this for the most part, right? So Jonathan Majors was accused of basically fighting with his now ex-girlfriend. Not gonna lie to you, this happened in New York. A lot of shit went down. A lot of evidence has been found out that she went to the club, then she went back to his place, and then the police were finding out what happened with her, and eventually they started blaming Jonathan Majors, and she blamed him. So a lot of lies and truths have been spread around. It's really hard to find out what happened. A lot of misinformation, and it's mostly coming from this. Now, I like Playback because they get to break it down with us. So let's check this out. And if you're joining it, like, subscribe, and also check out Playback. And this is my first time reacting to them like this, so here we go.
No, I'm not gonna lie. The story went so many ways. At first, it looked like she was lying, and then it looked like she was telling the truth. Like every 2 weeks, something would come out, and people would be like, "Knew it. He was innocent," or "Knew it.
He's guilty.
He beats women.
Just beats him. Jonathan Majors,
Beats him is
amazing
crazy.
actor. Top of the year, around March 25th, I believe, he got arrested, and he was being charged for bopping his then girlfriend, and apparently the bopping resulted in her having a broken finger and a lacerated ear. You like that word, lacerated?
I guess it's like any other word. I guess.
Yeah,
I like them all.
Because I could have just said cut or nicked, but I said lacerated.
You read the report?
I read it because that's the terminology they be using, lacerated. And also there's a couple other things that transpired as well, but those are the biggest accusations. So we didn't hop on the story because of course we like to wait.
I did. I hopped on the story a couple times. I made a couple of shorts. I talked about it. And I said, if Jonathan Majors is innocent, he's innocent. Let's find out the evidence. Let's see what's happening. And let's pull things together. I would hate to see any man lose their job, especially someone at Jonathan Majors' heights who's growing as a star, an individual who could be in any type of movie. What I'm mad at is the way the information has gotten to everyone and the way the information has been displayed and put out there. It seems very flip-floppy. It's like, well, what happened? Or like, did this really happen? Or what the fuck? So flip-floppy to the point where you're just like, I should punch somebody in the throat. Honestly, I talked about it. And I did say this in one of my shorts. If he's innocent, cool. If he's not, and he's abusing women, Marvel and DC need to let this man go the same way they did James Gunn, but permanently this time. You can't just bring him back because he was a good director. James Gunn is a fantastic director, but still, what the fuck? I'm just letting you know. Just letting you know what I think.
Wait for information to come out. As time has progressed, there has been more and more conflicting evidence and information has come out, but recently there's been very hard-hitting evidence that has been reported now that is claimed that it's borderline impossible that he could have done this. There's no way. So the original story was that Jonathan Majors and his girlfriend at the time got into an altercation in a car that resulted in I believe the altercation was based off of him potentially cheating or something like that, or something had to do with their relationship. That resulted in Majors bopping her, and then she then went to his loft. I don't know why that would happen. He wasn't there at the loft when it happened. He just went out and did his own thing. And then the next morning when the police were called,
Majors called 911.
She had the broken bones, et cetera, et cetera. People went out. Of course, they said, gotta believe him. Gotta.
Sounds guilty to me. What? Sounds guilty to me is crazy when you hear this, because this person, probably whoever she is, might have been abused, might have been tortured, might have been fucked up, and she just might be like, well, all men are scum. He did it.
I believe her.
What's funny is all they're going to say now is he paid her off. Damned if you don't. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Like I said, the damage is already done. I had to fill in the blanks. I feel like her spelling was crazy. I don't know, man. The damage is done at the same time, but also he did lose his Army commercial ad. He lost any other gigs that might have been coming up. Things got paused real quick. But even if he's proven guilty, can there be a comeback? And I believe this. Listen, Robert Downey Jr. came back. Andy Dick never came back, except he was on one fucking show of that show with the guy and the girl in LA. When things happen, they happen. It's crazy.
Why would she lie?
Why would she?
I've never seen anyone in my life lie. Everyone tells the truth.
Never ever in your life, huh? Have you seen that, huh?
No.
You ain't never seen nobody lie.
No.
Especially women.
It's so crazy how like delusional people could be when it benefits them.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane. Like,
This will benefit her, and this will benefit somebody in the end. I'm not gonna lie to you. People will lie.
yeah, you don't think humans are capable of lying? I've seen people lie for fucking petty small things.
Yep.
People will lie if it benefits them enough. Trust me.
So the
This is what I said. I said this before in my response to that Chesh girl in the Vic Miana video. I said, you think people aren't gonna lie? You think they just get up there, put their hands up to God, and they're not gonna lie? Listen, I get it. Some people believe this is my truth and I'm sticking with it, and I can respect that. But sometimes the truth may be skewed by someone's emotions and how they feel. And I'm not gonna lie to you, there's people out there that are going to fucking lie. It just is what it is. I said this in that last video. People are going to lie. You don't know them. You don't know what they're capable of. You don't understand the situation. They're going to fucking lie. It just is what it is. And you don't know what someone's true intentions are. I get it. These are two different aspects when it comes to Vic Miana and it comes to Jonathan Majors. But I have to intertwine these things because they're both the same situations. One may have not been found guilty on anything, and neither was the other one. But at the same time, the situations are damned enough that you got people telling on your fucking name. Like, nigga, what? And you never know what's a lie and what's a truth until you find out. It's wild.
first bit of evidence that was a bit contradictory was a body cam footage that on the police when his girlfriend, what is her name? I want to make sure I get her name. It just says his girlfriend. Damn, that bitch ain't got a name.
She's just a girlfriend, man.
It just say girlfriend. So the first bit of evidence came out is that when his girlfriend was being, I guess, interrogated or questioned by the police, she constantly stated over and over. This is on body cam footage. She constantly saying over and over again like,
Is she white? Damn. You know what they're gonna say about this chick, right? They're definitely gonna be like, look, this is Black Twitter. This is out there to Black Twitter. Black Twitter's gonna say, look, he got with that white girl, and that white girl fucked him up. He should have got with a black queen. Why are these black men dating these white women? She don't love him. She just loves his black cock. Oh my God. Like, you're gonna hear a lot of that shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. And listen, I don't know how these two got together. I don't know if she's a pampered princess. I don't know if she's a mentally ill-ass bitch. You don't know how they got together. So we can't speak on race here, right? But I'm telling you, Twitter is going to speak on it. And I already know somewhere out there in the ether, Twitter have spoken on this. Twitter has immediately spoke on the bullshit that this is. And don't get me wrong. Don't halt me for anything. It just is what it is for the moment. I do feel that Twitter itself is wildin'. It just is. And now they're gonna be on his case, like, oh, he was with that black. He should have been with a black girl. Black women would never done that to him. Black people don't even like calling the cops. Actually, no. Black people call the cops pretty often. My ex's family used to call the cops repeatedly, and I'm like, you guys are black. Y'all niggas should not be calling the cops for unless you got robbed or your car got stolen. Like, don't call the cops for your family squabbles because eventually they'll be taking all y'all to jail and writing reports, which is wild.
what happened? Why my finger broken? What happened to my ear? Like, what's going on? I don't know what happened. They would ask her, like, what happened? I don't know. What happened? I don't know. I don't know. There's some reports claiming that she said, I don't know, to the police 15 to 20 times. It went from questioning to the police coaching her through what happened. He choked you. Just say he choked you, okay? Just say that. Just say he choked you. Your boyfriend did this. That's what he did.
I believe that. New York City police, I believe that. I believe that shit. They see a white girl, they see a black man, he's abusing you, sweetie. I believe that. I believe that. None of you are out there gonna be like, it's not his race. I'm like, yeah, and tell that to women on Twitter cutting this fucking white girl's ass and blaming Jonathan Majors for being with a white woman. I tell you not, everything's about race. And some people just make it about it sometimes. I'm pointing out the obvious.
This is what many people are now believing would happen is that when she went public first, or her team went public first and said, he did da-da-da-da to me, but then she took it back and said, ooh, no, he actually didn't do it to me. Then there's a whole back and forth. this kind of leads into this concept of y'all keep telling us to just believe women, but even when women have different recollections of what may have happened that night and they take back their story, all of a sudden that, oh, now she's lying, oh, she's getting paid, don't believe her the first time. Understandably so, some people get coerced, but maybe, you know, potentially some other things may have happened.
There's also like a remarkable amount of evidence that proves like human memory is horrible, especially when it comes to traumatic events, like when it comes to bopping or seeing someone die. Like the brain sucks at remembering stuff like that. So
Or possibly when you're blacked out drunk, because that's what happened here.
See, that too. Blacked out drunk too. Like, I've learned that my memory is good. I can remember a lot of things from far back. And it just needs a little jogging. Like, I need a name, I need a moment, I need a time, I need a place. Bam, I remember it. Or I remember the whole thing like it just happened yesterday. Because that's how time feels like it flows. Everything happened just so recent, but not that recent enough that I can't go back and like feel and touch. Because everything, I love just the reality of being human, because everything is the best sensation, the best feeling. Like picking up, this Metroid shit. Like, this feels so crazy. You know what I'm saying? Don't lick it. That's weird. But that's kind of what happens in life. Like, you never know what happens. It goes down.
So this is now the new evidence, and why we're making this video comes out. Jonathan Majors and his team has said that they have footage not only from the body cam of the police, but also surveillance footage of the night of the incident in the car, and also further surveillance footage as well.
Gotcha, bitch, right at the bar.
Of what happened beyond the night. So this is their recollection of what happened in the story. So first things first, they were in a car. Jonathan Majors and her are having a conversation that escalated to an argument. The driver is a chauffeur. This is a separate company, a separate entity from Jonathan Majors, and he said that he's willing to testify with this as well.
The driver, TMZ, the driver saw the woman assault Majors around 1 a.m. Damn, that's 1 o'clock in the morning. Why so early? Jesus Christ. On March 25th, while she was attempting to steal his phone. Ouch. But the driver will testify, which is beautiful.
The irony of it all is that in this altercation in the car, Jonathan Majors never raised his voice, never lifted a hand, and if anything, as the chauffeur claimed himself, his girlfriend is the one who was assaulting him.
It's crazy. That is fucking insane.
Insane.
Also, that's so common that, like, I guess he's so big and strong, a little glazed, that, like, you don't think that assault should matter when it's happening to him.
Of course not.
I hate that. Like, I get what Agent is saying, but a lot of people, especially me at a certain point, right? Growing up, when somebody hit me, people would say, "Oh, you're a dude, you shouldn't hit women." Or like it was like not even middle school, far further back, right? A girl hit me, I hit her back. And somebody was like, "Oh, you shouldn't hit girls. You're a boy." I'm like, she shouldn't have hit me in the first place. What the fuck are you talking about? And I said that like she hit me first. And some people would say it doesn't matter. But in the back of my mind, I was like, why do you hit me? I've been told if someone hits me, hit them back. Someone, doesn't matter who. You hit me, I'm hitting you back. I don't give a fuck. Why would you assault somebody? And then these were also other women or other guys like, "Oh, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't hit nobody. You shouldn't put your hands on anyone. That's fucked up, blah, blah, blah." It doesn't matter if it's fucked up or not. What's crazy is the fact that you touched someone and they felt hurt, so they hit you back. It's a feeling. And what's crazy is Jonathan Majors may be big and strong, and like he does like a lot of action stuff. But what I bet he doesn't like, and this comes from even me, you hit him, and he's like, he has maybe he has like a reflex to hit you back. Or he doesn't, right? Obviously he doesn't. But in his mind, I bet he's thinking, any woman I get with is they're going to put their hands on me. It becomes a mental subconscious type of situation. Everybody's like, "Oh, but he's big and strong." It doesn't matter if he's big and strong. What matters is the subconscious and the mental. Once you lay a hand on somebody, they're mentally scarred up here. It becomes a thing. And some people will just be like, "Oh, be a man." It's not that simple. It's not just be a man. If it happened once, happened twice, happened 3 times, 4 times, it's going to happen again. And it happened again in this situation. It's going to happen up here, and your mind's going to keep note, keep track of it. Anybody that hits me, anybody that I'm with is probably going to assault me like this. It happens to men and women. People that you're with are going to do this to you. Manipulation and just destructive behavior. This is dangerous, because I remember a family friend, I guess, at a barbecue hit me on like my left side, right in my back, and I didn't like it. Like she patted me real hard, and I felt the sting from it. And then I hit her back. And she went to my mother like, "Oh, your son just smacked me on the arm like really hard." And she looked at her and she was like, Did you tap him back and hit him back? Did you tap him first? Cuz if you did, he's probably going to hit you back." And my mother's did that. And she asked me like, "Did you hit her back?" I was like, "Yeah, she hit me back on my arm. She tapped me and I tapped her back. I didn't like that." And my mom told her, "Don't touch him. Just don't do that to him. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like that type of aggression. He doesn't play like that. He doesn't like that. Don't do that to him." And it was a straight I'm remembering it so clearly cuz my mom told her, "Don't hit him." Don't fucking do that. And with Jonathan Majors, his mind is now probably, you never know, right? This is just me probably interjecting a little bit of myself, but also maybe looking at the mental mind for a second, right? You always got to look beyond something to understand it. His mind is probably like, this bitch hit me. This bitch gonna do it again. The fuck? These things happen, which is crazy. You never know. You never know. You never know. But ladies and gentlemen, don't hit nobody. Don't touch nobody unless you feel like you gotta defend yourself. There's a whole different debacle.
Because, like, if it was the other way around, like, your reaction would be visceral. But when he's the one getting hit, it's like, he could take it.
Yeah.
He could take a couple hits to the head or whatever.
Absolutely.
He just did a fucking boxing movie, didn't he?
Yep.
He took hella hits to the head for the movie. So, what? She's gonna knock him out? That's what people's thinking. They just think it does no damage. Yep. It doesn't matter. It should just be excused.
So, as she's doing the bopping in the car, again, this can be proved. This is going to be backed by the chauffeur. Jonathan Major yells, "Stop the car, stop the car," tries to get out the car, and as he's attempting to get out the car, she's still yanking him in the car, yanking him, and even rips his jacket in the process of doing so. After he rips his jacket, apparently there is surveillance footage of her tying her hair up and tying it near her ear. This is important because if your finger was broken in that altercation, then you wouldn't be able to tie your finger. I mean, you wouldn't be able to tie your hair, and you wouldn't be getting close to your ear, or at least you would notice, like, yo.
Adrenaline is crazy though. I've been hopped up on adrenaline a couple times. You never notice scratches, scars, marks until like after you calm down.
What's going on with my ear or my finger? So there's some evidence claiming that is not where she cut herself or she broke her finger. Actually, right after that altercation had happened, Jonathan Majors got out of the car. He's such a great guy, good fucking guy, man. Some fans said, "Is that Jonathan Majors? Oh my God, take a picture!" He obliged and took a picture after getting bopped in the car, man.
That's insane.
Insane.
What are the odds?
So Jonathan Majors is around, this is at night, like around 1 a.m. at night. He goes to a hotel. She goes out to continue to party, right? There's actual not only evidence of this because Jonathan Majors was texting her a breakup text, like, "Yo, this is crazy. This is why I can't do this anymore. We're finished." But also there's video evidence of her walking around at the nightclub after they had separated. So, and matter of fact, the video.
Cosmic Wonder. Okay, we were gonna watch his video soon.
When it happened. So that's her right there. She's
the Comic Wonder.
She looks fine. Nothing's wrong with her. She's probably texting Jonathan Majors at that point. She's using her right arm, her right hand, excuse me. That's the one where the finger broke. This is right after they split up for the night. She's walking around, and she's out partying and clubbing. There's gonna be another clip where her at a DJ booth.
Nah, having a blast.
Having a blast, man. Having a blast. So she's at the DJ booth, hugging the DJ. It seems like she's fine. Nothing's wrong with her. Everything's fine, man.
Nah, DJs, you don't get upset when there's like 15,000 people on your stage?
You should.
Yeah, hey, man, apparently he didn't. So, after that happened, something happened with her between that moment to where she goes back to Jonathan Majors' loft and blacks out. Jonathan Majors comes back. He leaves the hotel, comes back to his loft after he's cooled down after the altercation. He goes into his loft. He walks around. He knows the door is locked. He goes to get the handyman to unlock the door. Handyman unlocks the door, and they found her half naked inside the closet. Yep. Half naked inside the walk-in closet. There he is, right there. Inside, Majors and the handyman found Jabbari half naked and passed out on the floor of the walk-in closet. And the handyman is also willing to testify at this as well. So they both found her.
You know how lucky you had to be that the right people,
I know,
like the driver was there and the fans were there, and each way he had an alibi that he could reference, because that's not everyone's situation. Like, it's difficult. Like, he's lucky he's as popular as he is, because a person who doesn't have that fame or notoriety, you don't have those alibis.
Like I'm telling you right now, if this was anybody else, they wouldn't like listen, some people never have this type of alibis, this type of energy, these type of awesome people. Like, and I get it. Jonathan Majors is an actor, but at the same time, you gotta have some likability for people to want to be like, I'll testify, I got you. Like, what? Like some people, like any other actor, if this would have happened to them, they're laying super fucking low, but they're laying so low that they're not doing anything. They're not talking to anybody. They don't got no type of like timestamps on shit. It's bad. It's bad. And the fact that people, the driver, the handyman, the fans, the club, you got come on, bro. That's 4 shit stacked against you. That's crazy.
Now there's this allegation against you and you're cooked. How the fuck do you prove you didn't do it? You came home and she's there. Statistically, the odds are you're the one who did it. So everyone's gonna lean towards believing that you're the one who committed the crime. It's a fucked up situation, man.
Yep. And so they said that in Major's in his house, or his penthouse, excuse me, in his penthouse, it says that there's evidence that would show that her right ear was bloody when they found her, knuckle and her middle finger was swollen and bright purple, with vomit on the bed and a bottle of sleeping pills nearby.
This woman was going to kill herself in his apartment. This woman was going to kill herself in his apartment. So that means 1, she's a mentally unstable individual. 2, she's assaulting him, which means she's an abuser. And 3, she was trying to steal his phone because she believed he was talking to someone. She's very insecure. This woman is what women call men. I love this. She's the triple threat of a disgusting individual. And the fact that she's also mentally ill, which could be used in court. It could be used in court that she was mentally incompetent. She has mental illness and she's suffering from that. And her mind is too destructive and out of control that this could be used in court to say that she's innocent because she didn't know what the fuck she was doing mentally, which is so crazy. So crazy. So crazy. But at the same time, which is really bad and sucks for Jonathan Majors because I don't know. You got to pick him better, brother. You got to pick him better. And the black women are like, see, he's with a disturbed white woman. I'm telling you, the black women are going to eat this the fuck up. But, let's not act like there are no disturbed, mentally ill black women out there either. My ex. And in itself, you have to look at all of this as what it is and just be like, this person was mentally unstable because she was willing to do something destructive and destroy this man's life. And probably put him in jail forever.
Not only that, then Majors, here's the biggest irony of it all. Jonathan Majors is the one who actually called the police on her because he's like, yo, she's passed out. She has a clearly broken finger. There's blood. Called the police just for the police to get there and to still arrest him. Also, part of the body cam footage, allegedly there are, the police were making potentially Ross's comments claiming like, how could a black guy afford this type of penthouse? Like in the lines of those type of comments.
You know what sucks is I believe that because I think this happened in New York at some point or maybe Atlanta. But at the same time, the fact that y'all don't know who the fuck I am is crazy. Like you don't watch movies, you don't watch trailers, you don't see posters, billboards. Like their shit's just plastered everywhere. I'm that nigga from that billboard and poster. You don't fucking know me. Like, are you fucking stupid? But some people live in their own fucking worlds. Like this entertainment shit I'm on top of every day. But some people live in their own fucking worlds. And obviously these men did, which is terrible for Jonathan, which is terrible for the fact that they're like immediately like, oh, just racist dickheads.
Because they didn't know who Jonathan Majors was at the time.
That's insane.
So yeah, so that's what the update is now. Everything's caught up. So for those who don't know, not only are they going to trial on August 3rd for his trial, they were hoping that a lot of stuff got thrown out, but the date has already been made. So they're on a trial on August 3rd. But now she's been arrested now. She's been hit with charges because if somebody's willing to testify that they actually saw her assaulting him, then this is where we are right now as well.
She should.
Yeah.
Countersued.
Yeah.
Which is important because if people are willing to testify and you can countersue, killer.
Good for him, man.
Facts. So and then also, like I said before, when the police got there, they arrested Majors. Again, they were asking her like what happened, and she kept saying over and over again, I don't know. So I guess just and again, just for people who don't know, we're gonna wait to see what's gonna happen. Like I said before, August 3rd is when they're going to go to court, but there seems to be an overwhelming amount of evidence that will point to the favor that Majors is innocent, and if anything, he was the one who was the victim of that night. And the irony of it all is that he did everything he was supposed to do right, and the result is still that he got dropped by his management team. He lost potential opportunities. Of course, his future, his career is hanging in the balance of a completely made up lie on his name. And what's even worse is that once more, this is another example to why you don't jump to conclusions. You don't rush to some type of outcome just because you believe that women don't lie or believe all women. There's a possibility that things may transpire. This is a great example here, but the irony of it all is that
there's a possibility you're fucking wrong. That's the problem with these people nowadays. Everybody's like, he did it, he's that bad. I'm like, you don't know him. You don't know that individual. You shouldn't be defending or sticking up for anybody unless you know the true information.
He was the one who was assaulted. He was the one who was a victim. He's the one who called the police, and he's the one who still got arrested. He's the one who is still going to lose a lot more opportunities because people have already made up their mind, even if more information gets put out. And he is the one who is going to be made an example of and lose way more in the process than she will. Way more. I mean, taking sleeping pills in this man's penthouse and all that stuff. There's video of it as well. Also, like I said before, there's video of him trying to exit the. They didn't. There's not out yet, but apparently there's video footage of him also trying to exit the car and her pull him back in over and over and over again.
This actually pisses me off, bro.
Yeah,
this pisses me the fuck off, man.
It makes me upset just because I don't understand, and
it's bad. It's really bad.
I understand why some of you all get like these type of situations because you're never in these type of situations, and that's not like an insult to you all, but it's just the reality is that people like Jonathan Majors have to move differently. They have way more to lose, and so you can't even fathom why someone would just randomly lie or how things can be flipped in this type of situation because you're not around these type of people at all. You're probably around regular men, regular women who don't have that much to lose in any type of situation. But when you're in an environment like this where there's so many things that are against you, even just as a man, this whole scenario scares the hell out of me, bro. Imagine you coming home and then your girlfriend is blacked out drunk somewhere in your room or somewhere in your house with a locked door. Like, how do you even explain that to anybody like without you looking crazy? Like, that's mad scary, bro. That's mad scary, bro.
And bro, it's like you don't, this pissed me off. Not the same thing, but like I had a similar situation happen to me, and it's you know what the thing is, bro? Your camera is like, bro, I learned how valuable my camera is that day. I was in a car with somebody mid breakup, and she started to get physical, and I didn't know what to do, but I wasn't gonna push her back. Instead, I just took whatever. My fucking shoulder was. I told the story on the podcast. There's no need to get into all the details, but my solution was just to remove myself to the point where I had to, after spending 4 hours telling her to get out my car, I had to evacuate my own car because she was about to pepper spray me while I was driving. And
that's dangerous.
She felt so comfortable and confident doing all of that because I wasn't reacting aggressively. In all reality, I could have picked her up and thrown her out the car. It would have been very simple. But that's what she was tempting me to do. She was baiting me to do that the whole fucking time. But I stayed my cool. Feel me? And the crazy part is after hours and hours and hours of telling her just very calmly, please, could you get out the car? 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 It wasn't until I picked up my fucking phone and recorded her sitting in my passenger seat that she finally, in a fucking instant, got out the car and walked home.
And
you know what sucks is that happens to him, but this happens to a lot of people, and people who are just doing well off shit.
The reason why she did that is because she knows for a fact that if it's your word against hers, they're going to believe her until there's actual irrefutable evidence that would say the otherwise. And that's, and again, that's such a known thing that women would use that against men to leverage themselves in those situations.
So like, I know what it would have looked like. And God is so good that there was a patrol officer across from her house and it was pointed in our direction. And those cars are always recording. It just records their dash cam. So there was video footage of this too. But like, you don't know that a fan is gonna catch you when you pop out and she's pulling you back in and there's gonna be witnesses. Like, you don't know when something's gonna happen that you're gonna have proof it happened because so much things happen in your life that you don't have proof of. But when someone comes up with these allegations, it's like we don't know. We dead ass have no clue. So
there is no information, no clue. I said this before. I'll say this again. The fact that happened to Agent is crazy, but the fact that it's true that when these type of things come out, like Justin Roiland, for an example, he lost his shit, but in reality, when he won the court case and the allegations were dropped, guess what fucking happened? He didn't get back his job. He didn't get nothing back. Nothing happened for him. He won his court case, but he didn't get anything that he lost back. Guess what that means? Justin Roiland won't be voicing Rick and Morty. Justin Roiland will be come back to Solar Opposites, and they replaced his voice with a lazy writing technique of a voice changer, which sucks so fucking much. And for him, it has to hurt because, like, yo, I created Solar Opposites. I was working on that, and I started working on Rick and Morty. I just gonna change me, and I created that. Like, it hurts, but it's a true fact. Or you lose your court case, it doesn't matter. Damned if you don't, damned if you is the truest statement of them all.
Let's just wait to see what happened. Maybe he did it, but we still don't even have all the evidence.
Still don't have all the evidence.
That's the point. Like, during the trial, there's gonna be things that come out. And so what I see happen a lot is people just pick sides, especially on that fucking Bird app, but that should be getting me tight. People
Twitter.
just pick sides on whichever affiliation they're riding with that
True.
most relates to them, and that's all that matters. There's no logic in it. There's no innocent until proven guilty. It's just he did it, and he's gonna have to prove he did it to me, which is such an insane fucking bar to set. Like, I don't know, bro. I think America fell off because that's a dangerous position to be in, where you start to have to prove you didn't do something. You know how hard it is to prove I didn't do something?
Yeah.
It's
True.
It's very challenging. But I learned that. I learned that every time I get pulled over by the police, I've been getting harassed. Nobody believes me because if it's not your experience, it's hard for you to see it for others. Every car of mine now has a dash cam. When they tell me something like, don't drive this car on the road, just drive it on the track. With a car like this, I'm probably going to be seeing you a lot more often. I'm around this area. When he threatened to throw me in jail over 10 cents, bro, I've been told so many things that it's so tough to believe that I record everything now. This whole property, every inch of it is recorded. We have a whole security team that records every fucking thing that happens. Nothing can happen on this property without it being recorded.
Marcel is big. Yo, Marcel, I've been hearing you, bro. You are big, my nigga. Lose some weight, my G. I don't know. It is not Agent breathing. It's gotta be Marcel. I heard that shit. Like, yo, bro. Slow, deep breaths. Control your breathing.
Nothing can happen without me thinking of pulling out my phone to record. There is about 17 cameras in this room alone. Everything I feel like should be recorded for my own fucking safety, because you never know. And that's the scariest part, is you're doing it for your own protection.
And he said he got 7 cameras in one room. Nigga, that's crazy.
It's a dangerous world we live in. You got to protect yourself at the end of the day, man. And situations like these make me afraid to meet people, because you don't know who's capable of what. You got no fucking clue.
Also, for people who don't know what potentially may have happened with her finger in her ear, it's not 100% sure right now. Of course, no evidence, but apparently the text message that they had back and forth with one another once they separated was her insinuating self-deletion and also harming herself.
Mental
Has that
illness.
ever happened to you
She's
before?
a mentally ill person.
Self-deletion text to me. It's been a while, but yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the scariest things, man.
Yeah.
Because then you have to respond.
Yep.
Even if you want to remove yourself from the situation, you know, like, in your humanity, is like, you can't just, if you know that there's something you can do to help, you got to help.
Yep. But we'll just casually throw that around as if like it's something, but it's just really to manipulate and gaslight you.
Bro.
Call you back.
It's just for to gaslight you. It's been a while though, but it is used to gaslight you so you can continue to be roped into the conversation, so you continue to be entertaining the shenanigans. And she was probably making those texts while she was out and about, potentially, allegedly, at the club. She potentially was making those texts while she was at the club, not even thinking about that type of stuff. But yo, let us know your thoughts in the comment section.
I gotta give it up to Playback, because right now my microphone is dying, and I'll probably interject this in a second. So I'll be right back. It's hours later in the video, microphone shut off. But like I said, just like Justin Roiland, who lost everything but still won his court case and got fired from his jobs and didn't get shit back, there needs to be some type of resurgence. Is Jonathan Majors going to get his career back? No, the damage is already done. And just like everybody else who's looking at what's happening, what's going to change? What? What the fuck is going to change? Is life just going to go right back to fucking normal? No, it's not. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified. Do you believe Jonathan Majors is going to get his career back? Yeah, no. Do you believe there's going to be small changes? Think of it kind of like the James Gunn in reverse. That shit's happened and now he has people defending him, but what's next? Let me know what you think in the comments below. This is your boy Fadman. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that jazz. Make sure to never give up, never surrender, keep on grinding. Me to you, baby. Peace, and we are out of here. Shouts to AMP. This was a good breakdown, and shouts to Playback. So, let's get it. Whew. I feel sorry for Majors right now. But also, I'm glad he fucking countersued that bitch.
Shit.
Gambino on drum.
This is the last one.
You little niggas gonna stop acting like my shit ain't the grill.
This is the last
Some of
one.
you niggas get your front teeth for grills. And I ain't talking about the contract. I
Ain't loving these fake hoes. Room smelling like 8 switches. Room service like 2K. NBA, I'm ballin', nigga. All them niggas falling like all them niggas. Talking shit, I saw them niggas. Now they daughter want a picture. Rough, ain't it? Fuck famous.
Yeah, man.
Niggas too real, got the most haters. Wrote a story, so Stephen Curry. How it feel to be golden.